Hello, welcome students for the chemistry class. So it is the fifth part of this chapter, periodic table. So in earlier classes I completed this part, classification of elements. Different types of classification completed, classification into blocks, classification into types, classification into metals, non-metals and metalloids. Now the remaining part is periodic properties. So it is the remaining part. What is meant by periodic property? What is meant by periodic property? Periodic means repetition. Repetition. The properties which repeats in the regular intervals. The properties which repeats in the regular intervals of atomic numbers. In the regular intervals of atomic numbers are called periodic properties. The properties which repeats in the regular intervals of atomic number are called periodic properties. So many periodic properties are there. In our syllabus, first periodic property, that is atomic radius, ionization enthalpy or ionization energy. Both are same, ionization energy. Electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity and electronegativity. So these are the periodic properties. So first of all we will see atomic radius. What is meant by atomic radius? So to measure atomic radius, you have to take, this is the atom, this is the nucleus. So from center of the nucleus to valency electron. So this distance is called atomic radius, but the electron cloud does not have definite edge. So you can see all this is electron cloud. So it is difficult to measure the distance from center of the nucleus to valency electron. What is meant by atomic radius? Atomic radius is the distance between center of the nucleus, and valency electron of an atom is called atomic radius. So from center to valency electron, practically the measurement of this distance is not possible. So what are the units of atomic radius? It is measured by in nanometers or angstrom units or picometers. It is measured by using X-ray diffraction technique. Its units are nanometer or angstrom or picometers. It is the definition of atomic radius. So the electron cloud does not have definite edge, so it is not possible. So that's why we will calculate the distance between one nucleus to another nucleus. It is one atom, it is a neighboring atom, another atom. The distance between two nuclei, that means internuclear distance. You will calculate internuclear distance. So this total distance is internuclear distance. That means distance between nuclei of two atoms. So suppose if it is x is internuclear distance by 2, x by 2 is equal to atomic size or atomic radius. So how to measure the atomic radius? This is the half of the distance between the two nuclei of diatomic molecule. If it is chlorine, it is a chlorine. In this molecule, this distance by 2. Half of the internuclear distance is called atomic radius. This atomic radius is of mainly three types: covalent radius, crystal radius, van der Waals radius. Actually, this atomic radius depends on nature of bonding. Depends on nature of bonding. Depends on charge. Charge also depends on charge or oxidation number. So atomic radius is of three types mainly. Covalent radius, it is used for non-metals. Crystal radius or metallic radius, it is also called metallic radius. It is used for metals. Crystal radius is used for metals. Van der Waals radius is used for noble gases and it is used for molecular solids. Van der Waals radius is used for noble gases and molecular solids. So first of all we will see covalent radius. Covalent radius. So that means it is one atom, it is another atom. These two atoms are attracted by covalent bond. Covalent bond. So it is one atom, this is another atom, both are attracted with, both are bonded with covalent bond. Then only this radius will come. So it is used for, already told, it is used for non-metals. So like hydrogen, chlorine, fluorine, so this type etc. So covalent radius is used for non-metals. So two covalently bonded atoms, you measure the nucleus, internuclear distance between two covalently bonded atoms. Suppose it is X or 2R, you will get 2R diameter by 2, then you will get R. 2R by 2, you will get R. This R is called covalent radius. For example, you can see, for example for non-metal, chlorine. Chlorine is a non-metal. So it is nucleus. Internuclear distance is 198 picometers. So half of the diameter. So this length, we want this length only. So 198 by 2, 99 picometers. Example for covalent radius. Radius of chlorine is 99 picometers. Second type radius is metallic radius. It is also known as crystal radius. It is used for metal atoms. So in metals, atoms arranged like this, they will touch one each other. So it is the crystal lattice, metal lattice structure. You can take any two adjacent metal atoms. Any two adjacent metal atoms. So this nucleus, distance between two nuclei, internuclear distance. Internuclear distance, that is metallic diameter. So by 2 you will get metallic radius. That means half of the internuclear distance of two adjacent metal atoms is called metallic radius. So you can use for metals this radius, sodium, potassium, etc. So it is a metallic radius of copper 256 picometers. 256 picometers, this total distance. So you will get what is the radius? 256 by 2. Already we discussed atomic radius, that means covalent radius of chlorine is 198 by 2. So this radius, that means distance between the nucleus, you can calculate by using X-ray diffraction technique or spectroscopic method. X-ray diffraction technique, X-ray method or spectroscopic method. Now third radius is Van der Waals radius. It is the third type radius, Van der Waals radius. It is used for noble gases or molecular substances in the solid state. That means chlorine is a gas. This chlorine is cooled, you will get chlorine is in solid state. So this type of substances are called molecular solids, molecular substances in solid state. For this also we will use Van der Waals radius. Van der Waals radius means the atoms are held together by weak Van der Waals force. Atoms are held together by weak Van der Waals force. Since Van der Waals force is weak force, the distance between atoms is large. So this is the nucleus, this is the nucleus. So total distance is called Van der Waals diameter by 2. Diameter by 2, you will get Van der Waals radius. So this type radius is called metallic radius. This is called covalent radius and this is called Van der Waals radius. So from these three, if it is X, it is Y, it is Z, then which is more value? Z is greater than, Y is greater than X. In general, Van der Waals radius is greater than, metallic radius is greater than covalent radius. So it is the order of 3 radius. So you can see Van der Waals radius, it is one chlorine molecule Cl. This total distance 198 picometers. Half of the distance 99 picometers. This 99 picometers is called covalent radius of chlorine. This is chlorine molecule. This is chlorine molecule. Both are held together by Van der Waals force. Held together by Van der Waals force. In that case, the distance between these two The distance between these two is 360 picometers, that is van der Waals diameter, by 2 180 picometers. So van der Waals radius of chlorine is 180 picometers. Covalent radius of chlorine is 99 picometers. Already I told van der Waals radius is greater than covalent. In generally van der Waals radius is nearly 40% greater. Nearly 40% greater than covalent radius. This point is important for competitive exams. Van der Waals radius is nearly 40% greater than covalent radius. These are the types of atomic radius. Now we will see the periodic trend of atomic radius. Periodic trend means how this atomic radius will change in a group. How it will change in a group. How this atomic radius will change in a period. That means in a group from top to bottom. Group, you know the elements like this group. In a group from top to bottom, how this atomic radius will change. In a period from left to right, how this atomic radius will change. First of all, we will see group. In a group from top to bottom, how atomic radius will change. It is first A group elements. These are first A group elements: hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium. So here this is the atomic radius of hydrogen, atomic radius of lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium. From this picture it is clear atomic radius increases from top to bottom. Among these 5 atoms, which atom is large in size? Rubidium. From top to bottom, atomic size increase. As we increase the atomic number, atomic radius increase. Each atom has another energy level, so the atom gets bigger. Here in hydrogen, only 1s1, only first energy level. In lithium, 1s2, 2s1, 2 energy levels. In sodium, 3, here 4, here 5. Here number of energy levels increase. Number of energy levels increase, so the atom gets bigger. Atom gets bigger. You can see here, in lithium only 2 cells, in sodium 3, in potassium 4, 5, 6, 7. You compare this element lithium with francium. Here number of cells are 2, here number of cells are 7. So the distance between center to second orbit, it is radius. Here center to 7th orbit, this is the radius. Which radius is more? Francium radius is more because of more number of energy levels. In a group from top to bottom, number of energy levels increase. Number of energy levels increase, size increase. That means radius increase. You can see within family means group. Either in a group or family or vertical column. So vertical columns are called groups or families of the periodic table. Atomic radius increase regularly with atomic number. Already seen from hydrogen to francium, As atomic number increases, atomic radius increases. As we descend the groups, the principal quantum number n value increase. That means number of orbits increase. Hence size of the atom increase. You can see in group 1 from top to bottom size increase. In group 2, group 3A means 13. In group 14, in group 15, you take any group from top to bottom, atomic radius increases. So now you will see period. Horizontal rows are called periods. In horizontal row, from left to right, as we move from left to right, what will happen in atomic radius? We will see atomic radius of sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, like this argon. So they are the elements of third period. From left to right, you can see atomic radius size gets smaller. Atomic radius decreases. In a period, atomic radius decreases because electrons are in the same energy level. Here sodium configuration 3s1, third energy level. Magnesium configuration 3s2, third energy level. Aluminum 3s2 3p1, here also third energy level. 3s2 3p2, last element 3s2 3p6. Here all these elements have same n value. Principal quantum number is same. Number of cells are same, but size is not same. Size decreases. Why it decreases? Because of nuclear charge. Because of nuclear charge. Here nuclear charge is more. From left to right, nuclear charge increases. In a period, from left to right, nuclear charge increases. As nuclear charge increase, nuclear attraction increase. Nuclear attraction increase, size decrease. You can see here nuclear charge only 3 protons, 4 protons, 5, here 9. So number of protons increase. Proton, what is the charge of proton? Positive charge. That is called nuclear charge. So in a period from left to right, number of protons increase. Number of protons increase. That means nuclear charge increase. Increase of effective nuclear charge. So size decreases. So the atomic size generally decrease across a period for the elements of the second period or third period, in any period, because same valency shell but effective nuclear charge increases. So size decreases. Size decreases. You can see atomic radius of lithium, beryllium, boron decreases in a period from left to right. From left to right, atomic radius decreases. What is the small atom in second period? Fluorine. What is the small atom in third period? Chlorine. What is the large atom in second period? Lithium. Large atom in third period is sodium. You can see here as a graph. So it is the lithium. sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. Here increase or decrease? Increase. So because these are the elements of group 1. In a group, atomic radius increase. These are the elements group 17. So in a group, as atomic number increase, atomic radius increase. You can see these are the elements of second period. This is the starting element, this is the last element. Atomic radius decrease. Third period starting element sodium, ending element argon decrease. K, Kr, these are the elements of fourth period, decrease. Here small gap difference is there, it will come in D block. D block, some increase, up and downs are there. These are the D block elements. In other elements like S and P block elements, in a period atomic radius decreases. Atomic radius decreases. So trends along a period, atomic radius decreases in a period due to increase in nuclear charge. In a period, size decrease due to increase in nuclear charge. In a group, size increase, it is a group size increase due to increase in number of cells. In a period, size decrease due to increase in nuclear charge, effective nuclear charge. Size increase in a group, size decrease in a period. This is about periodic trend of atomic radius. Now in the entire table, I will ask 4 questions. Entire table, all large atoms. Large atoms are present in which group? Group 1. Small atoms are present in which group? Small atoms. Not this group 18. Small atoms are present in group 17. Group 18 elements are little bit larger than 17 because you are using van der Waals radius. Because here no bond, van der Waals radius is using for noble gas. Similarly, what is the largest atom in the periodic table? Largest atom is cesium. Smallest atom in the periodic table, smallest atom, you can check size. Which one is the smallest atom? Hydrogen. Interestingly, both large atom and small atoms are present in same group, that is group 1. Group 1. Next one, ionic radius. Ionic radius. We've seen up to now atomic radius. Atomic radius is of 3 types: covalent radius, metallic radius, van der Waals radius. And after that trend, how this atomic radius will change in a group and in a period. In a group increase, in a period decrease. Our next topic is ionic radius. It is not atom. Ionic radius is of 2 types: cationic radius, anionic radius. Positive charged ion is called cation, and the negative charged ion is called anion. So ionic radius, atom means neutral, ionic radius means either positive or negative. So we will see. So what about cations radius and anionic radius? Some compounds are composed of particles called ions. For example, NaCl, it is an ionic compound. It contains sodium ion cation and chloride ion anion. What is ion? An ion is an atom that has either positive or negative charge. It may be atom or sometimes group of atoms. You can take Na2SO4. Here Na one atom, but this negative ion contains group of atoms. Atoms are neutral because number of protons and number of electrons are equal. You take sodium, atomic number 11, it contains 11 protons, 11 electrons. So plus 11 minus 11, what is the net charge? 0, hence it is neutral. Atoms are neutral. But positive and negative ions are formed when electrons are transferred. That means loss or gain. If electron loss, positive ion will form, cation. If electron gain, negative ion will form, that is anion. You will see first cations, that means positively charged ions. When this positively charged ion will form by the loss of electron. Cations are formed by losing electrons. The size of cation is smaller. This point is important. Size of cation is smaller. Size of cations are always smaller than atoms they came from. That means parent atom. So you take sodium Na and Na plus. Na atom, Na plus ion, cation. Its size is always small than this size of atom. Why? Because it lost some electron. So generally metals form cations, cations formed by the loss of electrons. Because of loss of electrons, effective nuclear charge increases, hence size decreases. Cations of represented elements have the noble gas configuration before them. You take here sodium. In sodium, atomic number is 11. It contains 11 protons. Here 11 electrons. This is valence shell electron. So valence shell electron. This electron is attracted by 11 protons. How many cells there? 1, 2, 3. You remove this electron, then what about sodium? It is ion, Na plus. Na plus contains how many protons? 11 protons, but surrounding electrons number less. So here attraction is more. So atom will come close to nucleus. So size is less. Size of cation is less than size of neutral atom. Next ion, anion. Anion is formed by the gain of electrons. Gain of electrons, generally non-metals will form anions. Cl is non-metal. It will gain 1 electron and give Cl minus anion. Because of gain of electrons, new electron is added to this one, so size increase. Size of anion is always greater than size of parent atom. So negative ions are called anions. In anions, number of electrons are more. Number of electrons more means size is bigger. This point you have to remember. Anions are bigger than parent atoms. Why it is bigger? Because of gaining of electron. Gaining of electron. So because of more number of electrons, effective nuclear charge decreases. So size increases. Generally, non-metals forms anions like Cl minus. Anions of representative elements will get noble gas configuration. What is the configuration of Cl minus? Argon. What is the configuration of F minus? Neon. What is the configuration of O2 minus? Neon. So you can see here fluorine, only 2 cells there, K and L. How many electrons? 2, 7. If 1 electron gain, then it becomes F minus. How many electrons are there in valence cell? 8. 2, 8. Atomic number now fluoride 10. Here new electron came. So here number of electrons more. In this case, it is electron number is 1 electron is extra. So F minus. So it is parent atom size is 64. Anion size is 136. So size of anion is always larger than size of parent atom. So a positive ion is smaller than corresponding atom. A negative ion is bigger than corresponding atom, corresponding parent atom. Or size of Na plus is less than Na. Size of Cl minus is greater than Cl. So this point is very, very important. Now we will see isoelectronic species. What is meant by iso? Same. Electronic means same number of electrons. So atoms and ions which have same number of electrons. Atoms and ions which have same number of electrons are called isoelectronic species. So that series is called isoelectronic series. N minus 3, O minus 2, Na plus, Mg plus 2, Al plus 3 are isoelectronic ions. Among these, N minus 3 size is large, 1.71, and the smallest is Al plus 3. Once again, what is isoelectronic series? Same number of electrons. You can see nitrogen atomic number 7, oxygen 8, sodium 11, magnesium 12, aluminum 13. These are number of electrons in atom. But N minus 3 means along with this 7, 3 added. 3 gained. It gained 3. It gained 2. It lost 1. It lost 2. Positive charge means cation means loss of electron. So aluminum lost 3 electrons, then Al plus 3 is formed. So total electrons are 10. Here also 10 electrons, 10 electrons, 10 electrons, 10 electrons. All cases number of electrons are same, isoelectronic. So all are having same number of electrons. All are having same electrons, but here it is anion. Here anion. So I told already size of anion is greater than size of cation. As anion's charge increases, size increases. You can see here. You calculate P by E, protons by electrons. It is effective nuclear charge. Number of protons 7, number of electrons 10. So 0.7. For this protons 8, electrons 0.8. It is 0.9, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. This point you remember, as P by E value increases, number of protons by electrons increases, nuclear charge increases, effective nuclear charge increases. As effective nuclear charge increases, nuclear attraction increases. As attraction increases, size decrease. That means more the P by E value, less the size. Among all, P by E value is more for Al plus 3. So that's why its size is less. P by E value is less for N3 minus. So size is large. So this is the way to know the atomic radius, ionic radius of isoelectronic space. Here some more ions, neon, F minus, O minus 2, N3 minus. Here what is the P by E? Protons 7 by 10, 8 by 10, 9 by 10, 10 by 10, 11 by 10, 12 by 10, Al plus 3, 13 by 10. In which case P by E value is more? Al plus 3. As P by E value is more, size is less. Here P by E value, effective nuclear charge value is less. So size is more. Size is more. Among I minus and I plus, which one is larger? This question is important for JEE and NEET examinations. I minus anion, I plus cation, I iodine atom. Iodine is available in both cations and anions. Because of large size, it forms cation also. In these three, which one's size is more? Yes, I minus, because anion greater than parent atom, size of cation is small. Similarly, H, hydrogen atom, H plus, it is called proton, H minus, it is called hydride ion. Among these three, large one is H minus, greater than atom, greater than cation. And one more question, Fe plus 2, Fe plus 3. Which one is smaller among these three? As positive charge increases, means cation, size decrease. So Fe greater than, Fe2 plus greater than, Fe3 plus. So this is about atomic radius and ionic radius. In next class, I will explain about ionization potential. Ionization potential. Okay, thank you.